3 reasons why the Vols will destroy South Carolina.
Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out. His own basement. The world according to Rocket.
It is I, Rocket Man, your favorite dyslexic ADHD football prognosticator. Been checking the stats closely, and I'm learning about YouTube. Mostly those who watch aren't subscribed yet. So if you appreciate the work that goes into the broadcast, I would greatly be honored if you would subscribe, and I'll thank you in advance. 3 reasons why the Vols will destroy South Carolina. Number 3, there is a story that I wasn't aware of until, I guess, yesterday maybe. Jalin Hyatt, number 11, our fabulous receiver for the Vols. He's from South Carolina, and he wanted to go to South Carolina and play football there. But South Carolina didn't even recruit him. He appeared on the Rich Eisen show this week and talked about that. Headline: Jalin Hyatt confirms the rest of the Vols know he did not receive a South Carolina offer ahead of Week 12. Jalin Hyatt may have some extra motivation for this week's game, as I explained to you earlier. During the appearance on the Rich Eisen show, Hyatt discussed not being recruited by South Carolina in high school. Eisen followed up by asking if the rest of the Tennessee team knows about this. And he said, they do. Which is pretty cool.
Is it true you want to lay it on them this weekend for that fact?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to treat this like a regular game. Just go out there, do what I have to do. But, it's going to be a little more, just a little more in the tank, just for this team. But, just proud of what we have done so far.
Does the rest of the team know this? They must know it, right? They saying something?
Yeah, all of them know it. All of them know it.
Boy. And
it's just funny just being a part of this team as far as how everybody comes up to me like, hey, you know who we're playing, who we're facing this week. And, it's just it's amazing to be on this team. And,
now, what's interesting is Shane Beamer, or the Shane train Beamer ball. Shane Beamer was asked on why Tennessee receiver Jalin Hyatt wasn't recruited to South Carolina. He said, hey, man, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. I was in Oklahoma. And so let me find this little bit here. It's funny. I was not here, Beamer said. Jalin Hyatt is a phenomenal football player. I was coaching at the University of Oklahoma when he graduated and chose to go to Tennessee. I hope people know that. I have certainly heard from people about what an idiot I am that I didn't recruit Jalin Hyatt. Blame Lincoln Riley at Southern Cal because we didn't recruit him at Oklahoma either. Little side note here. I have this little media company here in Nashville, and it used to be in Arizona, Scottsdale. And I do a lot of photography, videography, video editing, and graphic design work. And back in the early days of the NFL Network, when Rich Eisen was the main anchor there, I shot a portrait of him in their new studios and thought it would be fun to show that, kind of waxing poetic here on my old work. Fabulous, cavernous studios they had back in those days. Number 2 reason that Tennessee will destroy South Carolina. Our defense versus their offense is pretty much going to shut them down. Really, I don't believe that they're going to, now that I really examine this, I don't believe they're going to get their average of 26 points. Because although the Tennessee defense is not elite, it is vastly improved over the first of the season. And I think they're going to pretty much shut them down. There is a 14% efficiency rating. our defense versus their offense. But here is where it gets scary good for Tennessee. Our offense against their defensive efficiency is just off the chart, 45%. I mean, that's huge. Now, I see here the elephant in the room is this little red flag that I had brought out in an earlier episode, but I am really going to overlook that because I've had more time to think about it, and this is a big deal for Tennessee. This is turning out to be a bigger game than I thought, particularly with the Jalin Hyatt thing. It's personal with him. We have an opportunity to score a hell of a lot of more points with this comparison right here, our offense to their defense. And the last three games, it falls in the 21 and a half, just barely, line that is in Vegas right now. So, and then I look at this here, say we got Hendon Hooker here, if I could draw, and we have Spencer Rattler here. I mean, just the quarterback play is just not even, it's off the charts in terms of Tennessee, in favor of Tennessee. So what I am doing is sticking to this prediction, 45-21. Actually, I was holding at this prediction. This was my original one. I was going with the computer spin out, 45-25, and I have modified that to 45-21. I think they'll be pretty lucky if they score 21 points, and I think this actually could go up to 52. So that's reason number two. And the number one reason that the Vols will destroy South Carolina is my buddy Charlie Ray Sunshine. For years, every Sunday, Charlie Ray and I would sit on his front deck, which he called the deer stand, because there's so many deer in his yard all the time, and would smoke a cigar and talk about Tennessee football. Now, Charlie Ray, an imposing fellow, about 6'5" and 290, on a slim day, a true-to-life Grizzly Adams with a heart of gold, and truly one of the kindest people I have ever known, and a huge Tennessee fan. Now, as all good Tennessee fans do, we hate Alabama, we hate Florida, we hate Georgia, it's in our blood. But for some reason, the team Charlie Ray hated the most was South Carolina. He hated them so much, he called them the sick chickens. I don't know where he came up with that, but he despised the sick chickens. Now, back during the summer, I would send Charlie Ray some videos of Tennessee practicing, and he would get so excited watching on the deer stand about what he was seeing, on his phone, watching those YouTube videos. It was awesome. I remember the last time I spoke with Charlie Ray, he asked me, Rocket Man, how many games are we going to win this year, do you think? And I said, Charlie Ray, I think about 9 or 10. All right, he would say. I hope I'm around to see it. Shortly after that conversation, we lost Charlie Ray after a long battle with cancer. And I know that big, burly, lovable bastard will be chunking down lightning bolts at them sick chickens. Wow, miss that guy. Here's my request. If you would be so kind to leave a comment in honor of Charlie Ray, I would appreciate it. His family would appreciate it, and our beloved volunteers would benefit from it. So instead of referring to our opponent as South Carolina in the comments today, in honor of one great American, Charlie Ray Sunshine, Charlie Ray Smith. Call them sick chickens today, will you? That is the number one reason why Tennessee will destroy the sick chickens, is my buddy Charlie Ray looking down from the heavens. Go be gone.